Well, hello and welcome back to Brambleberry. It is starting to get chilly out here, and this week we're supposed to have some freezing temperatures. So I am currently in the process of figuring out the solar shed and getting some heat on those batteries. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to put in an extra circuit inside the solar shed so that I can plug in a heater in there. And what I actually ordered for the batteries is heating pads for water tanks for RVs. I'm gonna put one of those in between the two battery banks in there. And then we're gonna give that a try and see if that keeps the temperature up high enough. And I think I've said in the past, I think there's gonna be some residual heat in there from the inverter and all that running, but as you probably know, lithium batteries have to be above freezing in order to work properly. So I gotta get this done so that we can have electricity out here when these below freezing temperatures hit next week. And preface this as I try to always do. If you see any electrical work being done in here, I am not an electrician. So you should not take this as electrical advice. You should do your own research and hire an electrician if you don't understand something. So first off, safety first, I got all of this turned off. I got the panel switched off, the inverter's off, the batteries are off, just to be safe here. And all of these breakers are off. This one here was my main that I use to cut power between everything else in here and the inverter. And I've got some room over here to put a couple of extra circuits. So I'm going to put in another 20 amp breaker and run that to my plug on the inside here. I'm going to also try to wire up a light fixture inside here too, so that I can flip a light on. I have had a little rechargeable thing in there that's motion sensor, which is actually working really well, but I think I want a wired light in there too. So I've got this double box here that I'm going to put in. It's going to have a light switch on one side and an electrical plug on the other. Got my box in. I just kind of sunk these nails part way in case I need to like move it or something. It'll be easier to get out of there. Alright, I got all my wires run here. I got the ground hooked up there. That's running over here to this. It's going to be for my outlet. This wire is going to be for my switch. And then we're running all up through that dude. And I got a place up here to mount a light. Got everything wired up here. This is my breaker there. This is hot right now because I've got that turned on. But we're going to go ahead and carefully flip this on, and it's like the lights lit up on the GFCI. Flip the switch and we have light now, which is great. And then I'm going to use this plug here to run my heater for my batteries. There we are, all buttoned up. Got my plates on and my light's going. Now I can see something better in here. Well, I got all that electrical set up yesterday. Today is the day when the temperatures have dropped, and it's I don't know if you can tell, but it's an awfully dreary, rainy day out. The heating pads for the batteries came in, and so I need to put those on because tonight it's supposed to drop down below freezing. So this is what I got. Just ordered them off of Amazon. They're actually for RV water tanks, and there's the specs on them there. 45 watts is what they draw when they're on. And it looks like they just stick on the water tank. And this particular one is alternating current, which is what would work for me. They also have them in DC available. So it looks like it's about the size for the side of the battery, which is what I was hoping for. And my initial thought was that I was going to just put one of these in between the batteries, but I don't know if that's going to work because it looks like the heating portion is on one side and then this part is just insulation. So there's not going to be heat transfer to both batteries if I do that. So I'm probably going to have to hook up both of these, one on each battery. It's kind of tight quarters in here. I'm going to try to give you an idea what I'm doing. So the pads, I'm going to put one here on this side of the battery and then one in between that'll be stuck on that back one. And I'm still kind of hoping that that one will be enough to keep both of these warm, but we'll just have to see how that works. But I got the batteries disconnected from each other now, so I can pull this out and get that one pad in between there. Looks like if you have these EG4 batteries here, that this is like the same width as the battery, so that's kind of cool. Personally, I'm putting it on the bottom because heat rises, and I don't know, it makes sense to me. Who knows if that's the right way to do it. Obviously, it's not the right way because this is meant for RV water holding tank and not a battery, but we're going to see how it works anyway. Alright, put that dude back. And then just repeat the same thing on this one. Then we just plug it in up here. Actually, I have two plugs because there's two of the heating pads. And I have our wireless router out here, which I'll get to eventually in a video, hopefully. I think I'm probably have to get a power strip for this to run back here and plug both of those into. And at some point, I'll hopefully have some time to shoot a little follow-up video to let you know if it works or not. Not really any way to tell until we give it a try and see. So this week though, since it's supposed to get cold, we may get a chance to see how well it works. So, but anyway, that's all on keeping the batteries warm. And I know at one point I talked about just plugging in a little space heater in here. When I was looking at wattages on them, like the smallest ones I could find was a lot more wattage than what these were going to take. And it makes more sense, I think, to just heat the batteries directly than to try and heat up the whole space. So that's what we're going to go with. That's why I decided to go this route on it. So anyway, thanks for watching and have a good one.